In Act 1, Scene 4, Duncan has made a very important announcement, and it's that his son Malcolm, his oldest son, will be Prince of Cumberland. That title means heir to the throne. It means he'll be the next king should Duncan die. And the fact that Duncan makes the announcement is also important, because in scenarios where kings are passing the throne to their eldest son, normally the king doesn't have to make the announcement, because everybody knows. But in ancient Scotland, it wasn't yet common practice for the king to pass the throne to his oldest son. At this point in Scottish history, the throne was open. It was usually given to a more distant relative and one who was battle-tested. So the fact that Duncan has to make the announcement here, and he makes it to the people who are quote-unquote nearest to him, means that he wants to clarify who's going to be king, so that other people don't have the same ambitions. Here, Macbeth speaks aside his thoughts in reaction, and because it's an aside, other characters don't overhear what he's saying. And he feels like this title, this heir to the throne title, is a step on which he's going to fall down, or else he's going to leap over. And this basically means he's going to trip over that title, or he's going to leap over it. But he really wants to be king, and he knows that that title is in his way. At this point, he turns to the stars and addresses them directly. And this is interesting because it's called an apostrophe when you address somebody or something that can't answer back. That somebody or something might be an absent person, like you might talk to your brother when your brother's not around, as if your brother could hear you and could answer back, or you might talk to the gods, or you might talk to somebody who's dead, or you might talk to an inanimate object like a tree or a cloud. Here he speaks to the stars and begs them, or demands, that they hide their fires, that they put their fires out, because he doesn't want the light from the stars to shine on his desires. Why? Because his desires he sees as black and deep, and he's afraid of what he desires. He's afraid that his desires will be exposed by the light. And down here we can see glimpses of that, because he doesn't even want to look on what his hands are going to do. He'll look on it later when it's done, but until then, this is basically like, I want to look away from my hands, and I'm afraid of what I'm going to see. So what do you suppose this all says about his psyche?